What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Building a Robot in Robot Rumble 2. In today's episode, we are going to be doing something completely different from the normal pace that we have been doing before, and I hope this is something that can kind of encourage people who aren't very comfortable with, like me, who aren't very comfortable with putting their work out there in a way and having their work compete with other people's robots. Today, we are going to be creating a robot for a tournament that is hosted in the Robot Rumble 2 Discord. The link for this Discord will be in my description, so be sure to check it out. It's a very awesome community. They're all very friendly from top to bottom, and they host a ton of tournaments. Take a look at it if you're somewhat interested at all. A lot of the people are very helpful with building robots too, so I can type in their chat saying, what am I doing wrong here? And there will be at least 5 people right away to answer and help me out with problems. But anyways, we are going to be creating a robot today. Obviously, we're creating a robot in Robot Rumble 2. But this robot is going to have to go with a certain theme. Now, I don't know if any of the people who watch my channel are Pokemon fans, but there is a Pokemon themed tournament that is going to be happening, I believe, a month from now, a little bit less from a month from my recording date, which is May 7th right now. I think it's sometime in June, early June at least, and we got the go-ahead to create a robot for this tournament. I'm very excited. Now I'm going to switch over to the rules document. This tournament is hosted by Frank. Frank is in the Robot Rumble 2 Discord. He's a very cool person. I've seen this person host a ton of events before. He actually has the Tournament Messiah role, which is very impressive, I must say. But let's hop over to the Google document where all the rules are going to be listed out for us so we can read and figure out what type of robot we're creating today. Here we are. This is the Gotta Smash 'em All rule set. Oh wow, I love that name. That's a pretty funny name. But this is the entire document of what we are allowed to make and what can be made, you know? So reading for it here, this is going to be pretty much average stuff. This is certain things about the game. For this tournament, you must make a robot that is Pokemon themed. Once the tournament is announced, please DM me with the Pokemon you will base your bot on. One of each Pokemon is allowed, no duplicates, so you can't have 2 of the same robots from different entries. If a Pokemon is chosen twice, then we will discuss this. Must be original entries, cannot be a reskin of an existing bot. Okay. The robot that I think I am planning on making today is going to be Gengar. I love Gengar. Gengar is probably, without a doubt actually, my favorite Pokemon. I actually have a really nasty... Hold on, we're gonna do something real crazy right now. We're doing it. Oh, here we go. We're using our Gengar in today's episode. This is the I just want to show you why I love Gengar so much, alright? This is my moveset for Gengar. I will always use this moveset for it. You put it to sleep. Yeah. It sucks to suck, you know? And I win the battle. You put them to sleep and you win the battle. They weren't even ready for it. Anyways, I really... The whole purpose is you put them to sleep and you eat their dreams, and then if they wake up and they're gonna kill you, you just use a move called Destiny Bond, which essentially, if you use Destiny Bond and the opponent kills you, the opponent also dies. It's a very cruel method that I have with my Gengar, but it works, and people hate me for it. Whenever I battle my friends, especially my girlfriend, when I battle my girlfriend in Pokemon, she hates me because of my Gengar. And I'm sorry, you know, but I'm not really sorry, because get good at the game, that's all I'm saying. Anyways, we're creating a Gengar Pokemon in today's episode, so let's jump into the robot workshop and start creating our robot. Okay, we are here in the robot lab, and we're going to be creating a robot today, a Gengar themed robot, and I'm very curious what I want to do with this robot, because I have an idea, and I think it's just going to require it being a rectangle for now. We're going to lower it down all the way and start creating this robot. I want to get all the color schemes right, so I'm going to pause my recording real quick, put down a couple of cubes, and that's going to be our color base that we're going to be using for this entire robot. And I'm going to grab it from a picture of Gengar and see if I can place it down. Okay, here we go. This is the color scheme in the back right here that I'm going to be going for this robot, and I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen with this, especially because I have, okay, so this is the eye color. It's kind of like a pinkish reddish. This is the main color of Gengar, and this is kind of the shadow color, if you will. This is the color that where towards the base of its belly, in a way, that is kind of gets darker, and that's this color. So I might pick between those three just to see where it goes. Also, it has, Gengar, as you know, has a giant mouth, and it just smiles, just sitting there looking crazy. So that's obviously just a white color, so I'm planning on going to be just using that in the future. But for now, I think everything looks good, and we are going to start creating this robot. And I don't really have an idea of what I want to do yet. That's the crazy part. I kind of just jumped into this going like, yeah, I'm going to create a Gengar. But I didn't really get far, you know, like all I have is this. I do have an idea of what kind of style robot I want to make. I want its drive to be insane. I want it to be a very fast robot. Almost. I don't think I'm going to, but I'm thinking about using oh gosh, where are they? A pancake on both sides. Now that might be a little crazy, like I said, but I feel like it can also work. Now the secondary option is to use a TP100 brushless for this, which I think is also pretty decent. So I think I might go for that. They're very reliable driving motors, whatever they're called. But I'm gonna place these down, and I'm gonna get the general base of what I want. And I think I want this robot to be a vertical spinner. However, I want it to be kind of like, I want to have a big bracket, kind of like a wedge, a flat wedge, kind of like how we did for Blunt Force. But I want there to be a big hole in the middle where it's almost a drum, but it acts as a vertical spinner where its bite will I want the bite to be ridiculous in a way. I want it to just really chomp from underneath and just send a robot flying. So that's going to be the ultimate goal of this robot. But for now, we're just going to place down all of the wheels and all of the innards, and I'll see you once I get that figured out. Okay, I've been working a little bit on this robot, and I've been trying to figure out exactly what I want to get done. As you can see, there's crap everywhere on the floor. That's how you can tell, by the way, that I've been actually working on this robot. I think I got the internals where I want them to be. It's nothing crazy, but it works, you know? I just got 29.6 volt batteries hooked up to all of the motors for the drive, and I also have, my cat's licking her butt very crazy right now. Now she's looking at me. I don't know what to do. I got 37 volt batteries hooked up to the actual weapon, which I haven't designed yet. I've been kind of doing I think I want it to be right here, and this block is going to disappear in the future. That's just a placeholder for now, nothing crazy. But I really want to start working on the actual front wedge now. It's just been something that I really want to get done, and I think it's going to look pretty good. So I'm going to spend a while on this, and hopefully it'll come out good. So I've been doing quite a bit of work on this robot, in particularly the wedge and the weapon. I've been trying to figure out exactly what I want to do for the amount of power that dishes out and the amount of bite that this robot has. As you can see, I added the eyes to this robot, which I think looks pretty cool. It kind of has the Gengar eyes. Now I wanted to do the big old smile, but obviously there's not enough room. So this might just be what the robot is for now. I also called it Destiny Bond because, like I said earlier, that's my favorite move for this Pokemon, Gengar. Like I said, pretty much what it means is when the Pokemon dies, when Gengar faints, if it uses Destiny Bond, it also kills the other one. So it's kind of a suicide kamikazes type of style. So I like the name Destiny Bond for it just because, I don't know, it kind of fits. Also, the robot is, it's 103 kilograms. And I've tried my best to lower as much weight as possible. This might be one of the trickiest robots to deal with because also, if we spawn it in, It's so top heavy, it flips over no matter what. And I can't move it from here. So I'm gonna need to add a Shreemic as well. And we only have 6.5 kilograms to spare. So we're gonna be running into weight problems, but I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure it out. Like, this could go to 1. This can probably also go to 1. So we have 9 now, which still isn't enough. However, though, this robot, when it, you know, it's not flipped over like this, it deals a lot of damage, I will say. It could definitely hit whatever the thing is in its way out of the way, which is obviously what you want it to do. But it still has that problem with the big wedges. Look at that! That was amazing. Oh, that was so beautiful to watch. I really want to know how much those little kegs weigh. Probably around 50 kilograms, I'm assuming. Nothing crazy, but look at that. I can knock them around like crazy. And I need to get like the perfect angle in a way, because the bite on this robot is still a work in progress, but it's getting there. But like I said, if it flips over, I can't move it. It's just stuck, and that's what it does. It just moves because of the weapon. So we're gonna have to figure out a little bit more for the actual front. I also have a cool idea to add Destiny Bond on the side with maybe a little bit of a ghostly kind of, I don't even know, like a shadow ball mist in a way, as kind of a design. I'm still kind of thinking about decorations right now, even though we're not even close to there. I need to finish the top of this robot, and then we can actually start doing stuff like that. And I have some cool ideas, but they're going to be pretty tough to do, especially since we are so close to hitting that 110 kilogram limit. And I will tell you right now, it's the weapon. It's the weapon that's taking it all away. I needed to make this weapon heavy, and I might have to lower it just a bit, probably go down to 40. Yeah, we'll keep lowering this and see how that goes, but for now, this'll work. I've been having a kind of a complicated time to figure out exactly what I wanted to do with this robot, especially with the back. I'm not 100% sure how Gengar's back is, because when I played Pokemon a lot, it was a 2D platform, and you couldn't really view all the characters in a 3D method, but I'm pretty sure Gengar has some spikes on its back. So I added the little spikes, and as you can tell, there's also this thing that I'm not a big fan of the coloring yet, but I'm gonna get it there. It's essentially a Shreemic. Look at that. It waves at you too. It's like, hello. So when Gengar gets flipped over, boom, back on its face, and it could do damage again. That was the biggest concern for this robot for me. It was purely just getting flipped over. So we fixed that problem, which is amazing. I also, by the skin of its teeth, I put in a little slot so the weapon can kind of slide through. And I tested it out. It does not clip, which is awesome. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the rules for this tournament. Like, I'm not sure if this is legal or not, especially this part. But I'm like double checking everything, and I'm pretty sure everything so far is legal. So I'm kind of happy with that. But we're gonna have to see once I try to sign up the robot. I also added a little mouth because I really wanted the mouth, the smile in the wedge. So I just added it, and I think it looks pretty good, to be honest. It has that like evil look to it, which I think is perfectly fitting for this robot. And we are almost there. I just gotta finish up this part right here and somehow connect this outside wedge. I'm gonna get rid of this pink block because without it, well, actually I can get rid of it now, I believe. Yeah, we're good. But I want to connect the outside wheel guard to the inside wheel guard, and I want it to almost look brackety, so I might mess around with that a little bit. And then we have to focus on the butt of this robot. Now the problem is, because I have the Shreemic, I cannot add like anything crazy back here, because if the robot gets flipped over, it needs to kind of use its back to self-right. Now if it had a big old wedge right here, I'm not sure if it could. It is getting a lot of air, so who knows. But for now, I think the back is going to be the least of our worries, because we still have to finish this external chassis. But I'm liking it a lot so far. I kind of want to change the color of the weapon. I might make it black or... Oh, the dark purple would look really good, actually. Let me try that real quick. Yeah, I like the dark purple more. I think that looks a lot better, actually. That looks good. All right, that is coming together perfectly. The pink was a little bit too much of a weird look for me, and I might change this to the dark purple too, just because, I don't know, I feel like it might look pretty good. We'll have to see. Yeah, this robot's coming together now. I like that more. It pops out, but I don't really want it to pop out, but it's a subtle touch that, like, hey, yeah, that's a Shreemik. Obviously, that's a Shreemik right there. Now, the one part that I think is going to be illegal about this robot is this part right here. This is the guard for the belt. So there's a belt inside of here. You gotta see it right here, yeah. So that covers the belt, and I'm not sure if that's legal. I really don't, but we're gonna have to see. Like I said, it's up to Frank to decide if this is the real deal or not, but we are almost there, and I have somehow managed to stay in the low hundreds, which is perfect for me for weight. So we're gonna focus on the rest of this exterior chassis, and I'll get back to you once we start working on the decoration of this robot, and I'm really excited for that. Okay, I think I'm there. I think I have finished the robot. Now, I was saying how I wanted to put down the lettering on the sides, and I made, actually, let me see if I can find it. I can barely see it, but I made a Destiny Bond file. It just didn't look good, in my opinion. Like, I didn't like how it looked, so I just decided to scrap it. And I think the robot's done from there. I think it looks really good, to be honest. I'm really proud of it. I think it's definitely a robot that can get its butt whooped, but it's also a robot that I think can do some damage and cause some problems to opposing robots. I do have a little bit of, you know, exposed internals, but I think that's fine. I don't think that's a big problem, especially if the weapon survives, which I hope it does. It weighs a crap ton, and it spins pretty fast, so who knows? But I think it's time that we fight this robot with the previous episode robot, El Tigre, and I'm very curious to see how this robot's going to perform against it. So there's only one way to find out, in the Robomania arena. And here are our two competitors of the evening, Destiny Bond versus El Tigre. A very interesting matchup. We got a vertical versus a horizontal. Usually the verticals win that fight based off of just statistics, but this is going to be a very interesting matchup. Now, I'm still going to be doing a bunch of tweaks on Destiny Bond, so this isn't the final form yet, but just keep an eye out in the future. Probably next episode you'll see a way more upgraded version of Destiny Bond, but I'm going to call it quits for this episode, at least on this version. So let's jump in the battle and see how this truly fights. And my guess, I'm gonna say it right now, El Tigre wins this. I have a lot of faith in El Tigre, and let's see who wins. I was messing around with the sliders of the game, the options, and I noticed that my robots don't do a lot of damage, and I heard that anything with 3+ components attached to it is essentially very strong. As El Tigre gets flipped in the air and is upside down, we have a Gengar that's doing pretty well so far. Destiny Bond staying aggressive, and I hope it does because the drive is really good on this robot. Now the wedges I am concerned about because it's not a perfect wedge. But it seems like El Tigre's weapon has officially stopped and now actually gets underneath. Destiny Bond chipping off some pieces and gets a huge hit against El Tigre. Very interesting so far. Parts, it looks like, has come off of El Tigre, but it's hard to see. It's kind of balancing on top of it, and it's a black piece, of course. Alright, I'm very happy so far with the performance of Destiny Bond. There it is. There's the piece I fell. But we're doing good. We're doing good. I'm very excited to sign this robot up. I'm going to wait a couple more days before I fine-tune it in order to upload it to Frank, but I'm very excited to see exactly what this robot can do. It's causing some damage. It uses the Shreemik there even though it didn't need to. I love it. You love to see that. And it's just the wedges. The wedges aren't getting underneath as much as I want them to. El Tigre seems to have burnt out its drive, perhaps, which I still need to mess around with. There's a a mechanic in the game I did not realize until very recently that's going to affect pretty much every motor in the game. So I need to figure that one out. But Destiny Bond doing good. Countdown. Can it get out? It does. Okay. We have a minute left, and I'm excited to see how Destiny Bond is going to perform in this next tournament coming up. It will also be in the Battle of the Rookies, as well as the Gotta Smash 'em All tournament. But I will keep you guys all updated on how it performs in the tournament of Gotta Smash 'em All, because I'm not going to air it or anything. I don't even think I'm going to be driving it personally, just because it's UK time and I will probably be sleeping, if I'm being 100% honest. But I did very much want to hook up a robot into the tournament, and I think this is a good robot to do it for. The damage just isn't there yet. I might have to... This is the settings that the tournament is going to be ran at, and I mean, it's surviving, which is good, but it's not doing exactly what I wanted to do damage-wise. But I might have to mess with the damage settings for my personal Battle of the Rookies tournament, unless that thing gets changed. But for now, I think that's a pretty unanimous decision right there for Destiny Bond beating El Tigre. Well, 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 look at that. Our episode robot wins again against El Tigre, which I do believe is somewhat of an upset. Like I said, the damage just isn't what I want it to be yet, but that could just be my game, I think. I have it set to 100% damage, and I could raise it more. I was experimenting with 200%, and it is ridiculous. It just completely shreds everything apart, which is fun to watch, but not realistic at the same time. So we're gonna definitely have to keep an eye out on the damage percentage. Like I said, I ran that fight at what Franck is hosting for his tournament, but who knows what's gonna happen. Like I said, I will keep you guys updated with exactly what's gonna happen in that tournament and how Destiny Bond does. It could go all the way, or it could lose in the first 2 fights it fights in. So who knows? I will keep you updated. Like I said, it probably won't happen for about a month and a half from now. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you appreciated the change of pace in a way, how we pretty much made a robot based off of a theme for a tournament. I thought that was really fun. I also really like doing the video game theme, and I think I kind of want to do something like that in the future, like a video game, movie, TV show, something like that. It was so fun. I had a whole theme for this episode, of course, Pokemon themed, and I want to do stuff more like that. So if you have any crazy cool video games that you would like to see added to this game in a way, like I can try to do something like that. Like for example, I was just thinking out loud, like a Tetris robot would be really cool. I did a Minecraft robot a while back as well, and I think it came out pretty good as well. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it or if you disliked it. Any feedback is appreciated on my end. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, week, weekend, whatever it may be. And other than that, guys, I hope you have a good one.